Hi beautiful souls, welcome to my Bajerski YouTube channel. This is all about opening the third eye with Moldavite. So I've got some Moldavite here, very rare these days. Lucky enough to get some. So I'm going to just grab a piece that appeals to me. This one, for some reason, appeals to me. So I get my piece of Moldavite. This is for all you guys who are either beginning or practitioners. It's a really good way to work on the third eye and also to activate the Moldavite. Not that it needs activating, but your frequency and the Moldavite frequency can actually come together and work magic. So a little tip, and this is what I always do. You'll always see me if I'm wearing a piece of Moldavite. I always, before I start, is hold the two pieces either with the thumb and this first finger, second, third, or any of the fingers at all. If you just hold it like that, you're activating the energy of the Moldavite to yours, basically coming together like best friends. So just before I start the healing session on Tracy, or is it Sharon today, we're just going to activate it. So all you do, there's no intention needed, it's just your own physical energy that is connecting, and there's something very special about your power points in your fingers, all of them, and the thumb. So soon as this happens, a bit like mala beads, if you work with mala beads, radrushka. Anyway, there's a lot of noise here, so I'm just going to see if this works with the noise behind. A lot of you said that you don't hear the noise, so let's give it a go. Okay, so first of all, I'm starting to get tingly in my head. My energy is starting to widen, meaning I'm hearing. My senses are becoming more heightened. Soon as oh, by the way, my chest is starting to take deep breath. It feels like I need to breathe. That is very normal with Moldavite, especially if you've got genuine Moldavite. If you've got fake Moldavite, there's nothing I can do. Okay, so genuine Moldavite normally gives you a kind of feeling, and that is because it's a kind of expansion of the chest, and most of us don't breathe correctly, which means, in my humble opinion, in working with Moldavite for these years, it teaches us to correct our ways. So our senses are dumbed down. When you work with Moldavite, your senses are enlightened. They grow. They become what they should be. So the senses are connected to the physical. Therefore, if your senses are saying your chest needs more oxygen, you'll feel that feeling. It's nothing negative. A lot of people try to understand it and say, oh, it's dangerous, there's something wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. Moldavite is heightening your awareness. So therefore, your awareness starts to sense things and feel things that it didn't do because it was dumbed down. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket science to figure these things out, but a lot of people just attach themselves to the fear of anything. Oh, there's something wrong with this because I'm starting to feel something, which it isn't normal. Of course it's not normal, because you're going into the energy of Moldavite, which is an absolute magnifying glass of energy, frequency, your emotions, your senses. So it's fantastic. So that breath is very, very normal, which means take a deep breath. When you're healing others or healing yourself, this could be you, okay? This could be you lying down, okay? So this could be a practitioner. This could be you as a practitioner. So once I'm happy with that, I will then lay it on the third eye. So I want to put it somewhere where it's comfortable, not somewhere where it may fall and go into the eye of the client. So Moldavite, its expansion is incredible. So as soon as you put it somewhere, it will expand. And Moldavite has this energy of targeting the right place. So it has energy frequency that blasts certain places. So here we go. I'm going to stick it here, so it feels comfortable here. If I'm working on a client, I would be doing it. This is how I'd do it. Slowly touch the head, so you're not scaring them. So you'd come in this way, gently, and then you'd move your hand gently over the hair, just very gently, and then you'd place the Moldavite on there so you don't scare them. So if your client's lying down, their eyes are closed, and you go like that, they're going to go, Jesus Christ, what's that? So be a butterfly when you do these things. If you ever see a butterfly on a flower, it comes down very gently, you can't even tell, and then it's off again. So be a butterfly. In this room, there is a reminder to all the healers to be a butterfly. And on the wall above is butterflies, be a butterfly. Okay, so you've got your Moldavite in the position that you want. As soon as the Moldavite hits the third eye or this section, it will start working instantly on its own. However, your own energy is fantastic to the awakening of the Moldavite and the power that the universe gives you to help this crystal. So I would then take this hand and place it over, roughly here should be where the Moldavite kind of sits there. You're not touching the Moldavite, but you're just working. So here's another tip. Elbows at the sides. You can use one hand or the other and the other hand out. So you're receiving, it runs through here, natural. You don't need to ask for anything, you don't need to ask for archangels' help, and it will naturally happen on its own. Comes through, runs all the way through, right through here and straight there. So you'll start to feel the a sensation of possibly warmth starts to happen. Lots of sensations start. So as this is working, what you'll find that your body will start to also tell you what's wrong with you, if there's any issues with you. If you are a practitioner and you're doing this, or even if you're lying down and doing this on yourself like this, then follow that guidance and that feeling. So for me, I'm already feeling that the Moldavite is actually working on me, and I'm feeling that I've got an issue here, there's some trapped energy here, so I need to work on that. So my hand is here, or if you're laying down, your hand will be here, and then this hand which is receiving will automatically go straight to the very place where you're feeling an issue on the body, or a kind of ache, or a twinge, or a funny feeling. Follow that guidance, follow that feeling, because it's telling you to go there. Once your two hands are actually working on simultaneous parts of the body, what happens is your crown chakra or your feet, depending on how the energy is working at the time, you'll pull through your crown chakra, or you'll pull up through the feet. So the Mother Earth will give you, or the universe will give you, and it can happen both ways as well. Also, spirit can come forward and you'll feel the presence of spirit coming into you or in your energy. That's another form of healing as well. So by doing this, you are now creating an amazing energy around here. Your energy coupled with the Moldavite energy is absolutely fantastic. What will start to happen is the client will start to probably move slightly, start to twitch. This is energy running through them. This is a good sign. So movement of the hands, the feet, even the head, shoulders, any kind of movement on the body is fine. You will also find at times that the client may start to cough. If the client coughs, that's a great sign of detox, spiritual detox. Trapped energy down below is all coming out. So again, another great energy. If they do cough and they can't stop coughing, then let them sit up, give them a glass of water, let them drink it, then lie them back down again and continue the session of opening the third eye with Moldavite. Now, once you've got that heat going and you can feel that heat and that burning and you think, okay, this feels really good, you can then stand up and you can take your hand and put it into a position with all your fingers running down, this hand out, and then start to slowly rotate your hand. What you're actually trying to do here is something really special. You're trying to connect with the energy that runs through spirit, the source energy, to come through your hand and go into the third eye. The Moldavite is already doing its work, but you are now focusing the energy around the Moldavite and third eye. So what you might find is that you might widen the circle as your movement, and you will feel an energy running through your fingers. And sometimes, believe it or not, you can see almost like a powder coming off your hands. Not often, but it does happen. You'll also feel your fingertips feeling really, really sensitive and like tingly. There's also times that you'll feel a kind of pins and needles effect. And sometimes you will feel, and not often, but sometimes you'll feel an energy which is slightly different and it feels cold. That energy is absolutely important. There's a lot of belief system that cold energy is negative and dark. Absolute nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. I have seen some amazing healers work with this cold energy, and it does not feel cold. Sometimes to the client it feels like it's burning hot. Sometimes it does feel cold to the client, but it is an energy, it's a frequency, and it works, it heals. And sometimes that cold energy is necessary, that the warm energy that I work with doesn't always give that healing that's needed. So your hand can change, it can go from hot to cold. Don't ever think that because it's cold that you are not giving energy. Energy isn't warm per se. Energy is absolutely neutral of hot, cold, or medium, lukewarm, whatever it is, it's still energy that runs through. As this is happening and you've decided to, just continue doing this for a while, there is no set pattern other than what feels right, which means if you can go clockwise, anti-clockwise, you can even do the brush, so you can go up and down and around, you can go lower down, but all this section here is worthy of your work. Now, just focus on the third eye rather than the crown chakra, because if you are here, you'll find that your energy is already working on this section just by the heart and the energy that's it's surrounded in. So it's working well, but this kind of work with this beautiful tool of your fingertips working is fantastic. There are other ways you can work with using your finger by just lightly touching it like this. I prefer to work with energy rather than touch and feel. So this is how I would work. There is also another way you can work is by taking the Moldavite and doing exactly the same thing, but holding the Moldavite right at the very end and doing that. So you can spend 5, 10, 15 minutes this way, and then you can slowly lift, and then you can do it this way as well. So you can actually then move and the Moldavite will go with you, which is a fantastic, fantastic way to help open the third eye and strengthen it. To me, there's no such thing as opening a third eye, because the third eye is already open. What we're doing is we're clearing away the debris. We're unlearning all of the nonsense that's stuck in there. We're clearing all the negative energy of fear, worry, doubt, what we see, what we don't like to see. All of those things we're clearing away with Moldavite. Moldavite is the most powerful crystal to help open and clear and blast away that negative energy. It also holds an extraterrestrial energy, which means it's a frequency that no other crystal on planet Earth holds, which means that it's different. So you will feel different. Your client will feel different experiences. They will see things that they've never seen before, and it will be also amazing in so many ways. Not everybody, but you'll find that when you work with Moldavite, more often than not, your results are phenomenal, and the words, what they tell you about and things that happen is incredible. The colours, what they saw, the kind of dreams of things that you just can't explain. And then sometimes they don't say a word and you can see something very profound's happened. On a final note, after you've finished working with your client, it is better that you don't speak to your client and let them stay in that energy. There is nothing worse than going for a massage and then your masseur talking to you all the way through it, and at the end of it, giving you all of this. That kills the session. So let your client be, keep your mouth zipped, let your work be the conversation. Let them leave and sit down and have a coffee and think about what's happened, feel what's happened, and you'll find that your client will know deep down what had happened rather than you tell them what they should know what happened. That to me doesn't sit well. They need to be their own teacher through the energy of learning how to feel for themselves rather than you telling them what they should be feeling. So that's it. It's quite simple actually, and it's very effective. For myself, I'd like to do it for about between 15 minutes and 30 minutes. and it really makes a massive difference. On a physical note, it helps with migraines, it helps with stress, monkey mind. You sleep much better in the next coming weeks and months. So this is a great little thing you can do on a family member who suffers with any kind of disorder where they just can't stop. Your kids, anything like that. And a lot of people say to me, bloody hell, you use Moldavite to try and calm a child down? Actually, I do, because Moldavite actually balances and clears away the craziness in the mind and opens you up to another energy, which actually brings in a lot of clarity, a lot of peace, and it really does work. It helps a lot of disorders, it really does. Mentally, it's fantastic for your mental. It really is amazing. Plus the fact, if you meditate, if you do any kind of work with spiritual work, this is definitely a number one for me as a healer over the past 20 years. So give it a try, as long as you make sure you get authentic Moldavite. There's nothing I can do if you're not getting Moldavite. If you're getting a piece of fake Moldavite, then there's nothing I can do. Moldavite, you should, in theory, feel all of those sensations, and what I've explained to you with the breathing and sometimes the sweating, sometimes you'll sweat, sometimes you'll cry, sometimes you'll feel really strange. These are all very normal in the world of Moldavite, as long as it's natural and genuine Moldavite. Okay, I hope you enjoyed that. Have a great day. Thanks for watching, and love you all. Take care. Bye for now.